All right, so round one, all 4 days of chemotherapy are done. Yeah, what a trip that was. That, as you can see, back home in my little thing we're starting to call my bear's den, where things are much more comfortable. I can tell you that. So today was another 6 hours of sitting in a chair, getting pumped full of chemotherapy. Lost my ass in cribbage to the wife. She kept me company, and and then proceeded to beat down on a cancer patient getting chemotherapy. I think she should feel bad about herself. She whooped the shit out of me, man. Oh, it was a good time. Yeah. Lesson learned, don't wear a zip-up shirt to do your port unless you're going to shave your entire chest. Because each time that I had to go to the bathroom, I had this wire going across, and these pieces of the zipper are getting stuck in my hair and kept yanking them out. And I'll tell you what, so they're pumping already. This might sound weird, but all right, let's just go raw here. I already have to go to the bathroom a lot because of where it's at, and I think I touched on this before, with it being right above my kidneys on that adrenal gland. And man, I have never had to pee this many times in my life, but I'm always thirsty, so I can't just get away with not going. Or just not drinking anything. That doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel natural. It's hard because you're just constantly thirsty. Especially because I'm also, working on losing weight and becoming healthier. So drinking actually helps with, or drinking fluids, because I obviously don't drink alcohol anymore. But drinking fluids, which is tea or water or coffee, for me, or my newfound obsession is mineral water. It actually has some good stuff in there, so that's become a thing. Anytime I can get a case of that, I'm happy. But yeah, so I do that, and we had so then they have to hydrate you. So they spend 2 hours hydrating you. And then they hydrate you through the chemo. And then another 2 hours hydrating you to make sure that your kidneys are protected. So I have all this fluid in me, and I'm having to jump up every 5 minutes, go take a whiz, and it's yanking on my shirt, and I'm just losing hair after hair after hair through this whole thing. And it was just, I'm like, man, it just doesn't fail. So the 3 days before this, I had Henleys on. It was easy to just unbutton, and I think I'm just gonna toss this one and hopefully find another one of those other shirts so I don't have to deal with it. That was one of the plethora of lessons learned. So this 4-day experience was life-changing. Just learning what I'm in for. I'm scheduled out for a while. And then we're going to discuss it and figure out what treatment looks like moving forward after that. Whether it's immunotherapy, or we're going to basically see how this chemo goes and how it affects my tumor, and whether or not we can get it to shrink. But it's just going to be living between those days and knowing that that's the treatment we have. I left there with a lot of new better living through pharmaceuticals, which is awesome. So last night after my video, took forever. We have the worst reception for our carrier in all of Seattle where we're staying. And we're going to be staying there the entire time, so the videos take forever to upload. It wasn't until I was somewhere else that it actually finished uploading, and I left it on trying to upload all night. And we tried their Wi-Fi and tried doing it without the Wi-Fi, nothing helped. I don't know, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but it did not work out for me. So that's why yesterday's video didn't upload until this morning. Thank you for those who have watched it. I'm glad that somebody found it and checked it out. So again, feel free to comment and let me know who you are, what you're watching, why you're watching. I'd love to hear your story as well. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna share mine. Yeah, so I learned that going through the chemo part isn't that bad. That's easy. It can get a little monotonous, and it does take time, but I'm not sitting in there alone, which is the best gift that I could have, is that I get to not be there and be alone and be stuck. So life is giving me a lot to be good about, and this is one of those things, and I'm very happy and very grateful. It's been a long journey. Yeah. So what happened during chemo? So you have your port, they come in, they inject it, and you just sit there. And then you get snacks if you want snacks. You get drinks if you want drinks. Today I brought don't get me wrong, they have some good tea there, but I brought my own tea bags and just got hot water. And here's the thing, I'm so used to everything when I was drinking alcohol. All my flavors were very defined. You could find them, you could taste them, they were there, they were punchy, they were in your face, and they were strong. Now, I'm not a purist, and I'm not gonna say I have to have loose leaf tea every time. I do enjoy loose leaf tea, but if I'm gonna use a tea bag, I need two. Minimum two. I wanna taste it, and I want it to steep a little bit longer than normal people do, because I want those flavors infused in my water. I don't want it light. And that's just not, it's weird to request when you're out. I feel I'm going to start getting used to it, and I'm going to start asking for it, because that's just how it is. You will notice in my house, our coffee cups change with whatever our next holiday is. So, commercial holiday. Let me rephrase that. Whatever our next commercial holiday is. Obviously, next commercial holiday coming up is our awesome Valentine's Day, where chocolates get sold and everything turns pink and red. So that's where we're at. That is a peppermint candy cane tea from Trader Joe's with a lot of decaffeination, so I can go to sleep. And that happened last night too. So I got new medication that I get to take for controlling nausea, but it's also supposed to help you sleep, and my new sleeping pills, and I took both of them. And for the first time in, I don't know, probably 8-9 months, my wife had to come wake me up. That's how dead ass asleep I was. She had to wake me up in the morning. That doesn't happen. I don't sleep that sound. I don't sleep that long. But I crashed last night. I got up once, had to go pee, and didn't even make it fully back into bed. Granted, the beds where we're staying are not that comfortable, but they are affordable, which is amazing. This whole trip did not cost us a lot at all. With all the help and assistance we're getting through different cancer places, it was It's a godsend, man. We are taking each day as the blessing it is. And each time that we start ramping up or getting in a little argument, we take the time now. And I hope you can find a way to do this in your life. Take the time to realize that the whatever the thing is that we're talking about is not worth the amount of time that we're going to spend talking about it. Find your ways to resolve your conflicts, but do them quicker so you can enjoy the good stuff. Learn to let shit go. Because even though in that moment, in that little ass moment, it might bug you, it might be on your last damn nerve, it might be the thing that's about to set you off, you can crash out. Take one more moment and ask yourself, is this worth the amount of time I'm going to spend on it? Or can I let this go? Because there's a lot of stuff you can just let go. Because that ain't going to really affect you tomorrow. It ain't going to really affect you in an hour. And when you can realize that and realize that that's not what you need to be doing, because there's a lot of different better things to do with your life. Usually, those things involve not arguing with the person that you're with and instead enjoying being with them. I tell you what, you don't know what you got till it's gone. And you don't want it to get gone. You don't want it to even come close to getting gone. So once you do that, then you start worrying about, you start becoming overprotective and you stop living life that way too. I know I'm a little all over the place, but that's kind of where my head's at today. Just a little scattered. But, 4 days of being pumped full of a bunch of chemicals to try and kill off and fight a disease that is trying its best to kill you will do that to you. But I ain't going out like that. I will fight that son of a bitch. So that's what my 4 days were. It was me fighting back. And I have a great team that's helping me. I'm going to keep fighting. And I hope that you are as well. I hope that you fight for every moment that you have. That you are willing to fight for it. Man, when you are, life gets better. 100%. I was living a life that had zero purpose. I had no idea what I was doing or why I was doing it. I knew what I was doing. That's a lie. I knew exactly what I was doing. But the why behind it was horrible. I just didn't care. I just didn't care about what I was doing, who I was hurting, who I was. And most of all, the person I was hurting was me. And I was hurting me. I wasn't living life to its fullest. I wasn't enjoying anything that I had. Didn't appreciate shit. Now, you fast forward that to today. I have a lot to appreciate, a lot to fight for, and a lot to live for. I have a whole ass family who loves me, and I love them in a way that can't be described. Because this time, they all got to choose. They got to choose who the man is in their life. And they chose me. It was a unanimous decision for take over this family. And for that to be put on me and be able to feel like I am not the worthless person that I thought I was. Man, that's huge. That's huge. There's no greater love than that. I'm one lucky son of a bitch. They're there every day helping me fight this. All of them. They show up. So you know I do. I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to keep being here. I'm going to keep telling you my journey and keep everybody raw and honest and real. Because that's the best way to live your life. You shouldn't have any skeletons in that closet. Let those some bitches out. Get rid of them to somebody. I luckily have the best woman in the world who was willing to sift through all those bones and help me throw them all away. I've never been more honest with somebody or bared my soul in a way that I did with her. And that's how we were able to get through everything. All the lies, the deceit, the horribleness that I put her through. I opened up the book and I was like, here you go. You have it all. There is nobody, including me, who knows me better than that woman. She is amazing. She walked through that hell and came out on the other side. Now here we are. Walking through a whole new hell, but we're doing it hand in hand. And we can face this world. We can face anything that comes to it. And we will not be afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm making the best of each day. And I appreciate you guys listening to my story and being here. As I go through cancer treatment, as I go through life, my car crashing, everything. You're going to get it all, and you're going to get it raw. And yeah, I tell you what, I love the treatment I get in Seattle. There's no place like going home, man. There's no place like going home. And tonight, I'm ready to go get in my bed and enjoy actually sleeping. Hopefully, again, like I did last night. So, I appreciate y'all. You have a good rest of your night. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Thank you for being here as I'm becoming the bear.